We have some big breaking news coming in. India Today exclusively accesses WhatsApp messages sent by Sushant's father to Rhea Chakraborty in November 2019. In fact, the message reads, and I quote, "When you know that I am Sushant's father, why did you not speak to me? After all, what is the matter? If you are his friend and care for him, so as his father, I should know also about his well-being and health. So call and give me all the information about Sushant." Here is an attempt made by Sushant Singh's father back in 2019, November, trying to reach out to Rhea Chakraborty to ask her about the well-being of his son. India Today exclusively accesses the WhatsApp messages sent by Sushant's father to Rhea Chakraborty in November 2019. And the message, I would read it again, I quote, "When you know that I'm Sushant's father, why did you not speak to me? After all, what is the matter? If you are his friend and care for him, so as his father, I should also know about his well-being and health. So call and give me all the information about Sushant." It almost looks like Sushant's family was trying hard to reach out to Sushant Singh Rajput. They knew that Rhea Chakraborty was his friend. She was close to him. She was possibly living in his house. And she had all the information about him. And if Sushant wasn't reaching out to them, at least Rhea Chakraborty should have had the courtesy to inform his family members. Going by the message here, that's what it appears, that Sushant's family desperately tried to reach out to Sushant. They tried to go through Rhea Chakraborty to find out what Sushant was going through, but it appears that Rhea wasn't very responsive, considering the tone of Sushant Singh's father in the message, while he says that you very well know that I'm his father, please call me and tell me what's going on. This almost looks like an assertive message, a message of concern coming on the way from Sushant's father to Rhea Chakraborty, asking about the well-being and whereabouts of his own son. Let's quickly cut across to Anjana Om Kashyap, bringing us this exclusive detail. Anjana, we're looking at this shocking piece of message that's gone on from Sushant's father to Rhea Chakraborty back in 2019 November. Literally, Sushant's father looking desperate to reach out to his son. He's asking Rhea Chakraborty to give some information about his son, and knowing very well that he's his father, why is Rhea not giving details about Sushant to him? Do take us through the details of what really happened.
It is only after yesterday the entire team Rhea that got active about old WhatsApp messages that I think probably the family decided to put this forth, Nabila. What's very, very important in this is it shows a consistent effort on the part of the family to get in touch with Sushant, knowing his whereabouts, knowing the situation around him, knowing that Rhea Chakraborty was controlling everything around him. From the CA to the cook, all the staff had been appointed by her or her brother. Now, these three sisters that he has, which includes Rani, who stays in Delhi, and the other two sisters, they had all gone to Mumbai. That was around 18th or 19th of November when the entire group of three sisters went there to get him to Delhi. They were very scared. They could not believe that that their brother was actually facing such a crisis. So they all went together. They had to come back alone because what is alleged is that Rhea and Shavik influenced Sushant to such an extent that in spite of getting tickets done, he refused to come. He said, "Oh, you people go ahead. I have spent a lot of time in Bollywood. I have to wait and give it a chance here. Let me see how I take my mental health forward here." This is what they are saying. Now, on 29 November, the father sends this SOS message to Rhea Chakraborty, and in spite of knowing everything, in spite of all the conversations, read the first line in the sentence. He says, "You know that I'm his father, and yet you're not telling me about him." So it clearly establishes that after that, Rhea Chakraborty chose to ignore them, or in a way cut off all relations. Now the parents are, the father is in Mumbai, in Patna. The father is in Patna, and Sushant and Rhea are in Mumbai. So in a way, if you see, all connection or all communication with him is clipped off. It's just cut off. So for a father who's in Patna, it becomes a situation where his son is taken in a way hostage. That's the allegation. He was taken hostage there, totally under her influence. That's the allegation that they put, because in Patna he felt very desperate and he was texting, and Rhea was refusing to respond or let the family know about the situation. Any efforts to get him back or to for the entire family to help him was just what? Nabila.
Anjana, thank you very much for joining us with those details. It is indeed quite concerning, which clearly the police now taking note of, the CBI officials who are currently investigating the matter, trying to find out if at all Sushant Singh Rajput's family members and Sushant were in touch towards the end. In fact, several